Hey guys, it's MaddMinotaur. Today I'm going to be covering something a little different for you guys today. It's this newly released game called NTE or Neverness to Everness. It looks really interesting. I just found out about it like a week before, it came out, right? Facebook's algorithm, stuff like that. And so far I like it. It's nice open world. It's got some nice sharp, nice looking anime graphics. The timing of its release is a little unfortunate though, because it came out like the day before P5X's 4.0 update with the new palace and stuff, so I haven't had too much time to get far into the game, like let alone the story and the characters. Plus the map is so big that there's just so much to do, and it's easy to get sidetracked from the story with all this other stuff. But today I wanted to focus on the mall, or the monetization, microtransactions, etc. Not sure what other content I'll make on the game moving forward. Maybe guides, but I've never been much of a guides guy, but we'll see how it goes, right? I'll see how I'm feeling. So, NTE's monetization, let's just get the obvious comparison out the way. It is definitely akin to like Genshin's or Hoyo Games' monetizations and packs and currency stuff, economy, stuff like that, right? But I feel like it's kind of modeled after it a little too much, to its detriment, in my opinion. Like, to be frank, the monetization, like, out the gate here for day one or week one, it's not that great. But honestly, that's another critique I have that I'm going to save for most likely another video, right? Some bit of a constructive feedback video, but we'll get to that later. Let's get the absolute worst one out the way. The Supersonic pack. Not the one for 6.8 million fawns, no. The one that costs a real life 26 US dollars plus applicable sales tax. This has to be a mistake, right? Like, there's no way they deliberately put this. I feel like they forgot to add some stuff to the content part of it, right? Or the bonus part of it, right? Like, there's no way they deliberately put this here and thought this would be good, value for anybody. This game is, a lot of people call it like GTA as a gacha, right? Anime gacha. There's cars in the game. The map is so huge, right? Like, fast traveling sometimes isn't enough. And that's like kind of one of the biggest like nice features of the game, is that you can like drive a car or a scooter or a motorcycle, whatever. But this one, you get this like cool hobbyist go-kart, right? And you get 4 liveries or paint jobs for it. That's it. That's all you get. I listed like all the things I do recommend buying. I'm pretty sure if you were to add all of that, it'd be like 2/3 of this right here. This is like ridiculous. I don't know what the heck they were thinking with this. If this was like this plus like 3,200 rift crystals, the pull currency, or maybe like 20 of the red dice, maybe 10 of the red ones, 10 of the blue ones, I'm more inclined to get it. But the fact that it's just for a car in the game, and you can grind for it for free, I don't know if I'd call it predatory, but it's really stupid. Like, I know some of these microtransactions are more for like time saving or convenience, but this is just way too much to justify it. I don't know how hard it is to grind 6.8 million of this. Like, it can't be worth $26. Okay. Sorry, to get that out the way, let's go to what I do recommend getting, and mainly the hot picks. Now, one of them I already got. It's called the Dual Band Dice Pack. I can't show you because I already bought it, but it's basically you get 1 red die, which in Genshin terms, that's the limited pulls, and then the blue die, which is the standard pull. Buying standard pulls, that's not great, but, when it comes to the game here, if you like this game even a little bit, you definitely have $1 darn dollar, okay? I know this is one of those, like, what they call the icebreaker microtransactions, where it's like, oh, it's something cheap and decent value, so, like, you buy it, and then now you're like, okay, I've already spent a little bit of money. It's kind of the first domino to get you to, like, be a paid player. And plus, if you play on Android, you can use your Google Play points and basically get this for free. Next thing I recommend, your best bets to get are, for one, the Rift Crystal Permit here, basically the Welkin of this game. You get 300 of the Rift Crystals, which are little less than 2 pulls. And then every day, for 30 days, you'll get 90 analyths, the pull currency, and 30,000 fawns, for a total of 2,700 and 900k. A little under 2 multis or 10 pulls for a month. That's not bad. I know that's not going to be the duration of a banner, but in, playing the long game, you'll get enough to, get some decent pulls in, on top of, like, login crystals and login bonuses, things like that, stuff for questing, whatever. And then the next thing I recommend, it's not in the mall tab, it's the Circle Bounty, also known as the Battle Pass. I recommend the Elite Hunter supplies. For $10, you unlock the premium path of the pass, and just right here you'll get 680 Analyth, which is a little over 4 pulls, 4 limited pulls, 2 standard pulls, and you'll get this arc selection box. Not sure how good the arcs are and things like that. Haven't really looked too much into them. And you get some other random items, like, you know, you get some fawns, you'll get some, you know, condensed resin, as you will, some stamina packs there. You get 6 of those, my bad. And I'm not sure what these are, the gold karatas, yet. You also get something called a handwritten letter, which is like this gift that you give to an NPC to raise your affection points with them and upgrade your bond, stuff like that. This is another gift. And then just random resources. The Honor Hunter supplies, not too sure about, not gonna lie, but we'll get to that later. So that's the big 3 for me. The Rift Crystal Permit and the Elite Hunter supplies every season, which is about 30 days or so, every month or so. You know, you probably spend about 15 a month on this game. That's really not bad at all. Maybe a little more. Another one that would be nice, I'm not too high on it, but it would be nice, is this thing called the Limited Press Arc Pack. You'll get this arc that works on solid characters, which include Haniel Hattori Jiyuan, that standard witch girl, and Zero, your main character. And increases your Cosmos damage, you know, attack and crit rate. Seems pretty solid, and it looks like it'll change the weapon appearance when you're equipped by the main character. And the main character is not really fodder right now. They're pretty solid to use on a team, right? As a nice backup option. And then you also get 180 Rift Crystals, which is just over 1 pull. So here's the thing about these, like, mobile game, live service game microtransactions. I find it difficult to put a price on stuff that's not currency, right? Like, not pulls, not dice, etc., not crystals. Like, a lot of these are just time savers. Like, okay, you can buy, like, stamina, you can buy resources, things like that. But I find it really hard to put a price on those, let alone recommend them. So that's a little lower on the list there. Let's go in the gift center. The prime picks, or crime picks, I like to say, because some of these are robbing you. Some of these are robbing you. Some more that are kind of up to you, right, is, of course, the outfits for, this is for Nanalie, this is for Cheese right here. I don't even have her yet. They're normally $24.80, but limited time, they're $16.80. 10 pity is a lot to sacrifice for a skin to make one character look better. That's quite a bit there. Another thing about the gift center here, the prime picks, I don't know what these percentages mean. I feel like that's kind of just a trick to make it feel like you're getting a good deal. Plus 81%, what does that mean? So I don't really recommend a lot of these. This one's kind of weird. The Rolling Tiger Dice Pack, $15 for one multi is a bit steep, but you can only use it for Nanalie's banner. And the thing is, I don't know if once Nanalie's banner goes away in about 10 days, if this will just turn into regular red dice, or you're just stuck with these until her banner returns in a few months. That's kind of weird. It's hard for me to, like, flat out recommend that just based on the price alone. This next one, the triple issue special pack, that's, oh yeah, this is the Rift Crystals. The Rift Crystal extracts, like, obviously for the first, you know, one time they're doubled, but then after that, this is basically $15 for a weapon multi. That's how, like, these are the weapon pulls, the keys right there, right? I'm not sure if I could recommend those either for the arcs, I should say. This is more up to you. This one's interesting. It's the handwritten letter. Like, if you really want to, like, fast track your affection grind for characters, you know, you can get one of these. I think, okay, you can get that more than once a month. It's like 7, my bad, because it's $3.90. And then the Energy Reserve pack, if you want to just really grind more, that's pretty decent too. You know, $5 or $6 for 6 of these. Maybe, you know, you can probably get away with it. Some more that I'm not sure on, like I said, that Hunter supplies pack, which is like the Battle Pass Plus, basically. You get 10 level skips. You get some cosmetics. This looks pretty. The frame's cool. The avatars, whatever. And then some extra fawns and 3 standard pulls. I'm not sure if that's worth $10 more. If you started late and you really want to get to level 50, like you're at level 40, sure, maybe. You know you're not going to hit 50 in time. Go for it. But I don't know if this is worth $10 more. Especially if this is limited pulls, maybe, right? But standard, not so much. And then the next one that I was, like, really not sold on, Diversified Assets Pack. This is another one of those time saver ones. You get 1,000,000 fawns and then beetle coins, which will, you know, good for character upgrades and item upgrades. Like, I guess they're different from fawns, right? But $5 for that, like, you know, 1,000,000. Fashion shop, fawns are gonna be really important. You could use the Rift Crystals for save time, or just use the fawns. So, you know, I guess $15 you can get a skin really quickly, or a vehicle skin even, but they could all be bought with fawns. Really, ones that I do not recommend are most of the prime or crime packs here. Like, you know, these are garbage. Like, you know, it's just like resources, Okay, reserve fun box fawns, you know, for basically $15. Okay, that's decent. The emergency pack, these are like item XP, upgrade materials, stuff like that. These are really not worth it. I don't recommend getting these. Just grind for them. You're better off buying this, like the stamina. Well, you can only get 2 a month. You're better off buying the stamina boxes and then just grinding, because that way you get XP too, right? For your hunter level. So to sum it up, this is like a tier list I made for the list of, you know, items I recommend buying here in NTE. You know, that dice pack's not bad. I don't know if that goes away or if that stays forever. I don't know if that's just a launch thing or not. Definitely your 2 big ones are the Rift Crystal Permit and then the Battle Pass. That limited Arc Press pack is nice, but, you know, you could probably do without it. Keep in mind, all this is, like, you know, up to you, right? The tiers are ranked too. Dice pack, maybe. The weapon multi, maybe. Unread Thoughts, maybe. Shiz and Nanoly's outfits, it depends on, you know, if you like them better, if you really like the character, you know, you like the outfits, whatever. Fortune Dice Pack. The standard pulls, not sure about buying. And then the Energy Reserve, the Stamina Pack, maybe, right? It's up to you. I'm not too sold on that Premium Battle Pass Plus with the 10 level skips. The Diversified Assets for basically fawns, that's stupid. And then most of the Rift Crystal Extracts, those aren't good. Because, like, if you saw that $100 one, after the double, it's basically $100 for 4 multis. That's a really tough sell. Most of the other prime picks are garbage, and do not go near that Supersonic pack for $26, bro. If you buy that as a joke and you post it online, I hope the 5 Reddit upvotes were worth it, but I don't recommend it. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. This is just kind of me giving my thoughts on what you should buy, what you should avoid. Like I said, overall, the monetization for this game isn't great. It leaves a lot of room for improvement, but I'll get to that like in detail in another video with some feedback on the game. Overall, I do like the game, but it does have some room for improvement. I feel like it could probably take a page more out of Wuwa or Persona 5X's book rather than the Hoyo games, because there's a reason the competition's kind of rising and gaining on Genshin and Star Rail, etc. If you enjoyed the video, I want you to suplex the like button, and thank you so much for watching.